Hi everyone, my name is Brianna and I'm an educator here at the Smithsonian's National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute. Did you know that zoos play an important part in wildlife conservation? Many organizations around the world work to protect endangered species by using special breeding programs where they determine which animals should pair together to make a family and by reintroducing them back into the wild. Today, we're going to meet Kate, a population ecologist who helped in making those important decisions. Let's go. Hi, Kate. It's so good to meet you. I'm very excited to get to know about you and what you do at the zoo. Can you tell us what your role is?
My role is to help staff here at the zoo and at zoos and aquariums across the U.S. to make decisions about how to manage the populations that we have in care. And so to do that, I analyze data and try to provide advice to make our populations stable and healthy. And I also use the principles of population ecology to help conserve species in the wild.
That sounds like a really important job. And speaking of animals, let's go and see the ones that you work with here at the zoo.
Okay.
Right. So we're here at the Small Mammal House, and these are the golden lion tamarins. You help to manage their population here in the U.S.
And thanks to decades of work by people at National Zoo, but also from all across the world, this species has now been reintroduced to areas of its habitat in Brazil, and it is numbering in the thousands. So it is a real success story.
What other species do you work with here at the zoo?
So there are many of them, and they change over time. Right now, species that you can see here at the zoo that I work with include Andean bears and maned wolves and elkhorn coral. But other species that are in human care across the U.S. that I also work with include red siskins, which is a little red bird, Peruvian fire sticks, as well as sunflower sea stars.
Can you tell us what a typical day looks like for you?
Sure. So it's mostly with me on the computer, but what I do on the computer can vary a lot from day to day. On a population planning day, we'd start out in the morning and I'm talking to the stud bookkeeper, who is the person who keeps all of the information in about the events in each animal's life, and the population manager, who understands what's happening with each institution that's cooperating all across the country. We'll be deciding together which animals will be breeding and who might be moving where across the country. And during all that, I'm also taking lots of notes and making sure that I understand everyone's concerns, and we're talking about it until everyone's in agreement. And then another thing that we do is we're really interested in the growth rate of populations. This is maned wolves. You can see it has ups and downs, and we're trying to manage those ups and downs. And so one of the tools we use is calculating the growth rate of the population. And one of the ways we can do that is with simulation. This population, you can see, has a really low probability of extinction. This is the population size. Mm-hmm. And most of our runs are not zero. There are a lot of populations where they're all just crashing into this baseline, right. And then we know, we have a problem.
Is there a species in particular that is benefiting from your work?
Yeah, so there's one species, the red siskin, that is probably a little bit safer from extinction thanks to things that we have done. In the US, zoos have formed what's called the Red Siskin Safe, which is a program to safeguard this species in human care in zoos across the US. And in Venezuela, we've formed what's called the Red Siskin Initiative in order to promote conservation of this species. And another thing that we do is work with coffee farmers, actually, in Venezuela, because coffee farms overlap with red siskin habitat. And what we're doing with coffee farmers is helping them convert their conventional coffee into Smithsonian bird-friendly coffee, which is grown under shade trees, which provides habitat for birds. Mm-hmm. And what we're hoping to do at some point is be able to reintroduce red siskins into these coffee farms.
What kind of advice do you have for students who want to do your career?
So definitely study hard and focus on math and science, biology in particular, really helpful. But also look for opportunities to give it a try. Maybe when you're older, there could be an opportunity to be an intern or a volunteer at a zoo, and you could get right up close and personal with what we do here.
I hope you enjoyed learning about Kate and her career as a population ecologist. You too can take small conservation actions every day to help protect endangered animals, just like the little red siskin. You can keep an eye out for bird-friendly coffee if you're out grocery shopping with an adult. Make sure you throw your trash away and turn off the lights when you leave the room. Thank you for joining today. I'll see you next time.